This is a C-Slime tracker, a cheap, inexpensive C-Slimevr tracker variant that I made. And in this video I'm going to teach you how to make one. So mainly why these things are so cheap is because they use AliExpress parts. And these are the parts you're going to need. So go to AliExpress and then search Wemos, W-E-M-O-S, no, yeah, Wemos room 2, and then find like the cheapest one of this, probably the ESP8266 version. Like this is good. It has to have the battery holder, it has to have the thing, the microcontroller, and then the battery controller and regulator thing. Then the next thing you're gonna need is you're gonna need your IMU. For me, I'm using the BMI 160, but you can really just use any because it's Slimevr. And this one looks good, so I'm gonna get some of these too. And as for what you're gonna need the board we just ordered, the one with the battery thing. You're gonna need the IMU sensor. It can vary what it looks like depending on which one you got, but like that. And you're gonna need soldering iron, the 3D printed base, 35, this is 36, but it's designed for 35mm like elastic band, so it's stretchy. And then the like clips, you don't need clips. I used to like just tie it, but they help so much. And then you're gonna need some wires. I don't have wire with me right now, but I used thin-ish wire for my trackers. Then just add them to your cart and buy them. And then you might realize that we're missing a battery, but I sourced mine from eBay because they were just the cheapest place I could find them. They are super expensive on pretty much any website, but the microcontroller I chose uses 18650 batteries like this. I bought something like this. It was like purple one. But you need at least 5 because you need at least 5 trackers. And then with these parts you need to order at least 5 of them too. But the electronics, at least this part, is like $8 without shipping. So that's pretty cheap for a tracker. So now you're going to need to wire the board and the IMU together. So you're going to need to do 3.3 volt on the sensor to 3.3 volt on the microcontroller. And then ground will go to ground. And also SA0 has to go to ground. And then SCL will go to D1. and then SDA will go to D2. Sorry, SDA will go to D2. So I finished soldering it, and it's not the greatest solder job, but I think it'll work for this. And what I did is I put electrical tape over like the metal shielding on this board, and then I hot glued the IMU to here. So hopefully it works. So once you're done soldering and you verified that it works, please verify that it works. Just plug it into micro USB and flip the on switch and see if it explodes or something. Just wait like 5 seconds. I did actually explode one of these while making it. Once you verify that it turns on, you're going to need to download the SlimeVR software, like the SlimeVR server. So you can really just go SlimeVR download, and then go to here, and then download, and then Windows, and just follow the installation thing. But once you verify that they work and you download the SlimeVR server, flip the on switch on and plug in your tracker, and then go to settings, DIY firmware tool, D1 mini board, and then the LED pin is pin 16, and you can make this work. You really just have to solder a wire to the big positive terminal and then a wire to A0, but I didn't do it because I don't really care. And then click looks good. Then you click add more IMUs. For me it's the BMI 160, but you can select from whatever. For me it's rotation 0, and then these are the right pins. And then next step, use the main firmware. I think it's the main firmware. And then click next step, and then serial, enter your Wi-Fi stuff, oh shoot, enter your Wi-Fi stuff, and select serial device, select probably the only one that's there, next step, and then wait for it to finish. And then if it disconnects and then the blue light right above the Wemos logo lights up and it's blinking, that's a good sign. And now we can see that our tracker is connected and working. So you've successfully built the electronics of your tracker. So once you uploaded the code, it's time to finally assemble the tracker. So you're going to take the battery and you're going to take like the buttons, the sticking out part, not the flat side, and line the sticking up part up with the plus on the back of it, and snap it in, push it in, and make sure it turns on. Your battery might not have a whole bunch of charge, but if the light turns on for a sec, it's good. and then take the case. There's a little indent, I don't know if you can see that, but the power switch is supposed to line up with the indent right here. And then you push it in, and it's supposed to have screws. I don't have the screws, I just use a strip of electrical tape. And then put it over it. Then, okay, I did that wrong. Put it over it, and then tape it down, and then cut any excess off. And then there's your tracker. Now it's time for the strap. So to start, this is for the chest one. I measured a piece that would fit around my chest. And then I took the end and put it through here, and then sewed it so it went like this, like that, and then sewed it. And then you want to make sure it's facing like this, and then slide your tracker onto it. It doesn't really matter which way, it's just preference, I guess. And you slide it on. This goes in the bottom, this goes to the bottom, and then up here, like that. Yeah, like that. Just through the bottom with the little things that are on here. And then pull it to wherever you want the tracker to be. Pull it flat, and then hold on, I'm looking for a piece. You take this. I don't really know what it's called. It just came with all of these. And you slide it in, and then the other side, and then slide it in on the other side. I did that upside down. In, and then the other side. And then you slide this through the one closer to you. Then the top part goes through the bottom of the clip. Then it goes through the bottom of the little weird T thing or whatever. I'm really sorry, I don't know how to make a good tutorial. I don't know if you can see this or not. You slide it through there. Oh, and I cut this to length and then burn the edges a bit so they don't fall apart. Just wait. You're done. That's your tracker. It's just, you should charge it because most of the time the batteries arrive dead. So it only turned on when I was showing you because I charged it a little bit before this. Yeah, and then just wait for it to charge. Okay, make sure you have everything the right way before you do it, because now I have to redo this entire thing because I just put it on wrong. Upside down. Okay, so I got it the right way where it clips right if I were to put it on. And then basically just do that, like, do the whole thing, soldering, putting it together, and putting the strap on. Like, I did it 4 more times for a total of 5 trackers, because I'm just using the minimum because I don't really care. But you can do it however many times you want for however many trackers. And then I'll show you guys using them. It is basically just like using any other Slimevr, but I'll just show you guys just for the simplicity of keeping it in one video.